Alright you guys, so today I want to give you a update on the Turbo Corolla. So I have hit, I don't know, I think I'm like 700 miles in so far. So I want to talk about the plans for this car and also give it an oil change and everything like that too. As I was saying, I want to just give you guys some quick updates on the Corolla. Like I said, I think I'm at like 700 miles or so since I put the turbo on, and everything's been running great. So I was mentioning before, my clutch was slipping, and I do have a new clutch. So right here is a new clutch. This isn't anything fancy. This is literally just a eBay clutch. So it says stage 4, it says. So we will see how well this works. It says it holds up to 300 something horsepower and 300 something foot-pounds of torque. So I don't think I'm at that point yet. I think like I'm around the 225 to 250 mark. But this is something that's coming, but the problem is it takes a while to get this kind of stuff going. So I've never changed the clutch before, so that will be something I will have to learn. I will have to drop the transmission, obviously. So, but that is coming, because also I keep getting asked, I get comments quite a bit, when are you gonna get the dyno tune? I do not plan on getting the dyno tune until I get everything else situated, because I do not want to get on the dyno and then I have a problem. So, because that obviously it costs a lot of money to get on the dyno, and that's the last thing I want to do is get very inaccurate results on the dyno and not a good tune. If my clutch is slipping, then it's pointless, or I don't have enough back pressure from not having exhaust, so I need to get an exhaust as well. And speaking about exhaust, I do have a partial exhaust right here. So this is actually the turbokits.com exhaust for the 2ZR. I don't know if you can see the TurboKits thing on the muffler, but this is the kit, but I'm missing one piece. So I got this at a decent discount from turbokits.com. So I do need to go to a muffler shop or something and have them weld me up a special piece, because the piece I'm missing is the piece that goes over the rear suspension, and I need that connects to the muffler. So other than that, I have everything for the exhaust. I just need to set up an appointment to get that done. That is also coming in the future. And then one other thing I never put on that I ordered is this is the cold air intake for the turbo. I never put that on yet, so that will have to get put on, because that will route my filter. Obviously you guys can't see good down there, but it'll route my filter. It'll make like a U and then bring it out somewhere over here. So that way changing out the filter is a lot easier, and I am getting much colder air than the air that's generated right next to the turbo. So, but yeah, that's also something I need to put on here too. So like I said, I got plenty of things I need to do to this car, and I pretty much have everything for it. I just need to get the time for it. Alright, so today, like I said, I got to do an oil change. According to turbokits.com, they recommend a break-in period after 500 miles. So I got some cheap OW20 oil that was on sale. So and then I ended up just buying a whole 10-pack of these oil filters, because I was looking to buy an oil filter. Well, I should say the last time I went to the AutoZone, I bought oil and oil filter. I literally spent like, I think it was like $45, $50 on oil and an oil filter just for one oil change. And like, I guess inflation is really being a thing right now, but this whole case of filters, 10 of them, was $40. So I mean, and then the oil was, I think, $20, $22 or something like that. So, I mean, buying an extra 9 filters literally cost me like $10 more. So, I should be like good for like almost a lifetime supply of oil filters for this car now. But, and then I also got some new last fit turn signals, so I'm gonna put these in and hopefully these will fit, because last time they fit, but the problem was they had like the wrong polarities on each side. But it turns out that these are a special connector where positive and positive are like complete opposite of each other versus how some of the normal ones are, where they're positive positive, negative negative. So that's what I was told by Last Fit, so I'm gonna try these out and see if they fix my problem on here. Alright, so coming down here, I'm just kind of taking a look, see, because I took my oil pan off. Doesn't look like any leaks are coming out of here, so seems like I did a decent job on there. And then I don't know. It almost looks like this is leaking just a little bit because there's some residue. I don't know if it's just because I didn't clean it, but my oil drain plug, I don't know. I think that might just be oil residue because I didn't clean it, because I wanted to let that silicone RTV dry. So I'm going to try to clean that really good, and then next oil change I'll take a look. Obviously there's like not anything majorly leaking, so that is a plus. The only other oil fitting I messed with was right up there. I don't know if you guys can see that brass oil fitting. That also doesn't look like it's leaking, so that all looks pretty good under here. As far as oil leaks, and my coolant lines, you can't really see them, but I don't see anything that looks like leaking anything. So I'd say we're so far so good. So like I said, like 700 miles in, I don't see anything leaking. So all right, let's open this drain plug and drain this oil. Oil looks pretty good still. Alright, let's just take a look at this filter real quick. I don't see anything sparkly or anything like that. Nothing, like I said, I have not had any problems with this turbo kit, and I haven't had any like weird issues or anything like that that may concern me. So, but yeah, everything looks good after about 700 miles so far. And I do have to be honest, I have been like ripping on this car pretty good. I mean, it's a lot of fun to drive, so that's definitely for sure. And I think as soon as I replace this clutch, definitely think that this car will actually be able to put down all the power, because I mean, I have to pretty much like ease into the power, because otherwise if I like am like say in first gear, it'll like redline and I'll hit the rev limiter like within like a second or two because the clutch just slips. So I mean, to be honest, this car literally didn't even look like it needed an oil change. So, but I'm just trying to, I mean, the thing is I can't see the inside of the turbo, so that's why I'm changing it in the new filter. When you guys do your oil change, do you guys use Toyota filters, or do you guys use something else? So I used to use K&N filters, but they became really expensive, so I stopped buying them. But the Toyota filters seem pretty close to the K&Ns, and obviously Toyota, if they recommend it, it's not bad. And for the price, I mean, These filters are fairly cheap compared to a lot of the competitors. I'm not sure how much oil that turbo holds, so I don't remember how much oil I put in when I changed the turbo. But I believe the stock car takes 4.6 quarts. I don't think that whole turbo takes... I didn't see if that turbo like really holds a lot more oil or not, but... Alright, that should be about like 4.5 quarts or something like that. I mean, we're like right in the middle of the dipstick right now. I'll start the car, let it idle for a little bit, then turn it off. And we'll see where I'm at. And also the car's still jacked up, so I don't exactly know. Alright, I got a couple other things I need to button up too, so I'm going to do that real quick. I have been noticing a little belt squeak every time I start the car. I think it's because the belt has too much slop in it. So I'm going to tighten up the alternator real quick, or the tensioning screw on the alternator, and hopefully I'll tighten that belt up and stop the squeaking. Like I was saying, I want to swap over these LEDs. Hopefully those will work for what I need. I totally forgot to put this back on when I did the turbo, so that's the little piece that goes underneath there, as well as I have another splash guard that I took off because I wanted to look underneath there. So because I needed to take that off when I was doing the turbo, and I wanted to keep it off so I could just check for any other leaks or anything like that. So but now that I have looked and everything looks good, I'm gonna start putting this stuff back. And I also did, if you guys didn't see my last video, I did empty my oil catch can after like 6 months or whatever, and I was surprised at how much oil was in there. So if you guys are curious how much oil was in there, go check out one of my last videos. It was my Amazon mods videos I did. So that was actually surprising how much oil it's keeping out from the intakes. I was gonna put this black piece back on here, and I was looking at my intercooler piping, and I noticed, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right up in that crack, this is rubbing up against it, and I'm pretty sure I read something about that in the manual, and I just kind of didn't do anything about it. So I got here some of the vacuum line, and I just cut it, and then I just cut it down the middle. And I'm going to wrap it around here, hoping that will fix the problem. I got this wrapped around here. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a problem, but I guess with the motor moving back and forth and the car just moving up and down, this will rub up against that. So hopefully this will last long. If not, I will have to look for a more permanent solution. But for now, this should do a good job without putting a hole into my intercooling piping. So just kind of inspecting some of the other lines. Everything looks good. I mean, some of the clamps are crooked because it just was such a pain to do all this in such a short period of time, so I was kind of in a rush, but they're all still tight on here. Nothing's moving. Everything under the turbo still looks good, so I'm just going to keep it as is and finish putting up this plastic liner. Alright, so I got this under there. I got that other shield under there. I put hose. Like I said, this is pretty much all I took. Just cut it into little pieces. And I just put that, I actually put it on 2 places. If you do this to your car, you'll probably see that little cross member thing that goes there, the front piece that I just did. And then there's like another one, like maybe like 6-7 inches back or something like that. So I just put it on both sides as precaution. And I got this put on. So what I think I might do, just because I'm going to take this lower grill out, because why not? So I want to be able to see more of this and less of the grill. So I might as well do that real quick while I got the bumper off. Shouldn't be too hard. I think it's just a few clips and then that'll come out. So Alright, so that was actually really simple. So got this out. And if you guys are interested in picking up your own set of LED bulbs for your car from LastFit, just click the link down below and I have a discount code that will save you 15%. Alright, so one's in. Let me just turn my hazards on so we can take a look at this. Alright, so here's the LastFit bulb, and then here's a random LED bulb that I have. This doesn't seem, the LastFit does seem brighter than this one, but not by much, but it does. But something I do notice, this has a more like orange like color, while this is like a orange yellow color. So this has more of that ember turn signal look that we're looking for. So now let me turn on the headlights and see if the switchback function works too. So now they both should be a white light, which they are. So you can see there and there. So not much of a difference in that aspect of things, but they do work compared to the last ones I tried to put in here. Were not working. So this is the right set for the Corolla. And you can see the quality difference in how big the LastFit bulbs are compared to the other ones. These look like they probably have the same amount of LEDs, but these are way bigger than what the other cheap alternative is that I bought from Amazon. So, and these also are backed with a good year, I believe it's a 1-year warranty. So versus a lot of the other ones, I don't even think they come with maybe a 30-day warranty or something like that. Alright, so I got them on, and now you can see like the actual switchback function. Like if your parking lights are on or your headlights are on, this stays a constant white, and then your blinker will be on with that. So, which is nice. The other ones didn't do that, so they actually just went straight to the turn signal without having the blue in the background, but still works. And I guess that's specifically what they call a switchback. So now if I turn off the parking lights, now you can see it's just specifically the turn signal. And these are actually like super bright, so I'm actually pleased with these. So, but yeah, again, if you guys are interested, I'll be putting a link down below with a discount code to buy your own set of high quality LEDs from LastFit. What do you guys think about the bottom grill? Do you think I should keep it on or leave it off like I have it now? So I honestly think it looks pretty good like this. So I don't know, I might take off the toe strap. Not sure yet, but I'd like to be able to see the intercooler like that. Alright guys, so I just took the Corolla out for a quick test drive. Everything seems to be perfect as always. So one other thing I totally forgot that I need to try to fix too is my check engine light. And the check engine light that I'm getting is like some type of camshaft sensor, and I don't know, I mean, I never had this until I did the turbo, and that's when that came on. But one thing that I was thinking about that I think it might be is the AMT tune that I have. I'm still running the AMT tune as well as the bass tune on the fuel air module for the turbo. So I think that might be causing the camshaft timing sensor issue. So I'm gonna have to try to detune my car sooner or later and put it back onto the stock tune, so that way everything will work perfectly fine with the turbo. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.